Go back to the beginning now. Two people shot to death in Zionsville today. 31-year-old Catherine Guile and her 4-year-old son Raymond shot and killed today. A massive manhunt across the state at Wabash College and several other places across the state. They finally located their suspect in this case. That would be Lucius Hamilton. He was in a downtown hotel room. As police approached his room, he apparently took his own life, and that is what Mike Nielsen, the sheriff, laid out there. And I think it's fair to say he's a serious man, and today's a serious day, and it's something that he said before he has not seen in 32 years in law enforcement.
Yeah, and unfortunately, that insult to injury, as you just heard him say there live during that press conference, that today was Catherine Guile's 31-year birthday. Today was her birthday, and her 4-year-old son, also one of the deceased from this morning's murder up north in Zionsville in Boone County.
Now, as we said, the investigation right now in the downtown Hilton Hotel at the corner of Illinois and Market Street, and Eyewitness News reporter Emily Longnecker is there right now. Emily?
Yeah, Andrea and John, we are here outside the Hilton and the McCormick and Schmicks on Capitol Avenue, where you can see there is just a lot of activity. State police vehicles, IMPD, choppers overhead, even curious onlookers wondering what is going on here. And of course, we just learned from the Boone County Sheriff that 61-year-old Lucius Hamilton has taken his own life here inside a hotel room. In this hotel, we know that about 30 minutes ago we heard two bangs sounding like gunshots. It's unclear at this point if those were the gunshots that Hamilton fired that took his own life, or if he had fired at law enforcement here that had gathered. But they tracked him down to this at this hotel just a couple hours ago after a long day of him being on the run. But at this point, what we're being told, we're standing here, we're waiting to hear from law enforcement on scene, but we do know that they tracked 61-year-old Lucius Hamilton down to a hotel here, and we know that he has taken his own life. Back to you.
Emily, thanks so much. And the Boone County Sheriff Mike Nielsen really clarified what happened for us inside of the hotel room, stating that Lucius Oliver Hamilton III, that 2 shots were fired. 1 shot actually hit and went through the door, and he died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound there inside of the hotel room.
Yeah, I made a note here. I think his exact words were that Lucius Hamilton cowardly took his own life
instead of facing the consequences of his actions this morning.
Yeah, very heartrending day, and we also heard the sheriff there talking about the crime scene technicians that are now on the scene in Boone County. Obviously a set of crime scene technicians down here now at this location, which is now also part of the crime scene, going through and trying to put together the information and the timeline of what happened today. It is just hard to conceive of what could have possibly happened here to lead to this result today. 2 people dead, well, 3 people dead now. 2 at a home in Zionsville, 1 in a hotel room in downtown Indianapolis.
Yeah, sometimes you would think that the story is over because the self-inflicted gunshot wound, but Boone County Sheriff Mike Nielsen clearly said that this is far from over. This investigation will continue. He wants to find justice for Catherine's family and for her son's family, that they need to know exactly what happened and why. So again, that's why we have 2 crime scenes, if you will, taking place, the one in Zionsville, the one in downtown Indianapolis at the hotel. And in both locations, they are continuing to secure the evidence and make sure that they can gather as much information as possible so that they can try to figure out why this took place to this family this morning.
Yeah, it started early this morning, just before 9 o'clock, and a massive response. It wasn't just the Boone County Sheriff's Department and the Zionsville Police Department, but other state, local, and federal agencies were involved in the investigation, securing that crime scene quickly in Zionsville and beginning a massive search across the state. As we mentioned before, there was SWAT team activity on the campus of Wabash College, as well as at an elementary school in Crawfordsville, which is near the Wabash College campus.